In this video, I wanted to briefly provide some tips that you should keep in mind in order to produce good graphics. So in general, you want your data graphics to be as informative as possible. However, I want to caution you, that doesn't mean your graphics should However, that does not mean that your graphics need to contain as much information as possible. Focus on making it as easy as possible to understand the information you want to reveal about the data. If something's going to distract the viewer from understanding the information you want to highlight, then don't include it in your graphic. In general, simpler graphics are easier to understand and should be preferred. However, sometimes adding complexity to a graphic can reveal far more information about the data than a simple graphic would do. In addition to these general philosophical tips, make sure that any labels or text that you include in your graphic are easy to read. It's quite common to see graphics that are great except for the fact that labels and legend information are very difficult to read. It's also important to make sure that your colors are distinguishable and colorblind friendly. For example, using the Viridis package that's available in R. Ultimately, you have to decide what is needed in your graphic to make the information as easy to understand as possible. To help understand what a good graphic might look like, I've introduced a bad graphic below. This graphic contains lots and lots and lots of information. However, it's very difficult to understand exactly what's going on. So this data is related to penguins. We have the bill length of the penguins, the body mass of the penguins. I have information about the species of each of the penguins. So you can see the Adelie penguins are shown in red. The chinstrap penguins are shown in green. The Gentoo penguins are shown in blue. But I also have information related to what island the penguin was observed on, the sex of the penguin. The size of the different symbols here indicates the flipper length in millimeters. And in fact, there's so much information in this graphic that R can't even include all the information in the legend. I've also added some smooths on this graphic to indicate the general trends of the data points within particular subgroups. I've added some that are straight lines, and I've added others that are non-parametric smooths. In fact, I've even made this graphic interactive. If we hold the cursor over one of these points, we have additional information about the observation. So even though there is a ton of information contained in this graphic, my suspicion is that you would have a difficult time easily drawing conclusions from this graphic. So be careful not to create graphics like this when you're making graphics for yourself.